Today's section is going to discuss about dimension style manager. What is the sense of the dimension style manager? And the last section we are already discussing about the non-parametric dimensions, and I show it to you how we are able to show how we are going to be showing the dimensions of your drawing. See, on the last section I was explaining these things to you. But in the today's section, I wants to be control this dimension. Then if I wants to be control this dimension, then how I can control this dimension? Observe, friend. For suppose if I wants to be what I want to do is if I wants to be change the color of these lines or color of the text, or I wants to be change the decimal places also, and if I wants to be showing the units also, then how we can do it? For that, we are going for the dimension style manager command. So by using of the dimension style manager command, we can able to do that. How? I'll show you the command that is called D. D means is the dimension style manager. And see, friend, this section is going to be complete by two classes, friend. I'm not going to be completed in one class. So, and this D here, that is called dimension style. I just enter, and it's open this one dialog box for you. And today's section is going to discuss about this dialog box to you, and after that, and the next section is going to discuss that what we have inside of that dimension style manager. So can you observe over here, this is called current dimension style, that is called standard dimension style. So what is the sense of the standard dimension style now? So why the dimension comes like this? Because of the reason is the dimension style manager standard style we have selected. In the standard style we have this type of styles are there. So that's the reason if you are applying the dimensions to your objects, that objects will take that this dimension style, because of the reason is the dimension style manager is set with the standard. If I go for the annotative, then automatically something dimension styles will going to the change to the standard to annotative. When I click on the standard, it's moving to the some differences will have. But in case if I want to be create your own dimension style, yes, it's possible to create your own dimension style. Why? Because of the reason is now the customers are asking about the dimensions of the second floor. The customers are asking about the dimensions of third floor. So that's why we need to showing that what is the second floor dimension, third floor dimensions, or fourth floor dimension. So how we can set that? So we can come into the dimension style manager and we decide that the new dimension style, that dimension style dimensions we are using for the floors. The first floor, I'm creating the first floor dimension. Okay, I'm going to the second floor now. I'm creating the second floor dimension style over here, and I'm using that dimension style for the second floor or third floor and all those things. In a one drawing area, we can create more dimensions also. We can able to apply it also. It's not matter. Okay, when you are moving the crosshair over there, then automatically they show it to you what the changes we are done onto that particular styles. Okay, so that is what the styles here in this box. This is called is what preview of your style frame. So when I click on the standard now, so we are seeing the style of the standard. Okay, and see on the below we have what friends is the list. In the list option, what we have friend, so all styles, it means what friend, all the styles we are seeing it here. And styles in use means what are the styles we are using on the your drawing, that styles only we are seeing over here, but I say it as all styles. Clear about this? Right, next one is we have here, this is options for here. These options are very important options to you. And observe friend clearly here. So set current. What is the meaning of set current? For suppose if I want to be work with annotative, I just select the annotative on the styles box, and after that I click on set current. It means now I'm using the what styles I'm using it here, annotative styles I'm using it here. If I'm selecting the standard and I'm set it as current now, so it means what? Now current style is standard. It means when you are doing your dimensions, that dimensions will take what dimension style? Standard dimension style we are. That is meaning. But here we can see friends, we have new. Here we can see this new. New means what friend? We can create your new dimension style. That how we can create it, all those things I'll explain later on. Okay, and I'm not explaining it. Why? Because of you're not familiar with the to control your dimensions. So once you are familiar with the dimension style snaps, then I'll explain to you. And this is called modify. What is the meaning of modify? Means it's nothing but when I make the standard over here, when I made the standard there, and after that I wants to be edit that standard dimension style. If I wants to be edit my standard dimension style now, I just moving to the modify over here, and I can modify what I need. Okay, so if in case if I wants to be change the line colors, or if I wants to be change the some other colors now and all those things now, so we just go into the standard and we can change it. It's not matter. Okay, now let us see here. This is override. That's very important. See, what is the meaning of override there? See, I'm using the standard style frame. Customer suddenly they came back and is asking about, see, they given the dimension in inches, and we are showing the dimension in inches only. But customer is suddenly they came back and is giving something changes on the meters. Okay, so suddenly they given the changes on the meters. Then what happens, friends? So we need to change that inches plan in the meters, and we need to showing that all those dimensions in the meters. So that is it temporarily or not? Yes, it's a temporarily change. Okay, once you are showing that dimension to your customer, then after we need to delete that dimension. Clear about this? So if I wants to be delete that dimension, then how I can delete it? For suppose the customer is asking the 10 changes, so we have made the 10 changes over there, and after that, so what are the changes will done by the customer? What the changes I done? I didn't know that, so I need to change that. I need to be check it out what the dimensions styles I changed. That's very difficult to make. So that's why I can do that all those things by using of override. What is the meaning of override? Means once you are assigning the dimensions to your plan now, then after I'm using the variable of the dimension. By using of the variables, I go into the change something. For suppose, let's see here. For suppose I have the dimension over here. Clear, friend? I have the dimension over here. If I want to be change the extents lane color now, then what I need to do is I'm using the system variable for that. Okay, so like what I want to be used now, so dim ext line. So when I type that command, then automatically they show you the colors. So we can select that color, automatically color will change. Then after I know that what I made changes, because of what, friend? I override that style. So because of this override means it's nothing but what temporarily we done that. So they show it to you also. They showing the some information over here also. Display the override current dimension style dialog box, which is can set temporary override dimension styles. Clear about this? So, but these things will be works when you are using the variables of your system. That I'll going to discuss by practical in the next section. Okay. And next one is what, friend? Compare. What is the meaning of compare, friend? See, friend, this compare means it's nothing but it's comparing this one dimension style to another dimension style. We are using 2 dimension styles or 3 dimension styles now, so they'll compare it one dimension to other dimension style, and they show it to you what the differences we have. Clear about this? And we can save that dimensions into the Excel file. It's not matter. So the compare means it's nothing but we are comparing 2 or more dimension styles, and we do that. Clear? And see, friend, and the next section we are going to discuss that how we can modify your own dimension styles. That I will going to discuss on next sections to you. Okay, thank you. Please subscribe my channel.